Borada pal, welcome to my assembly for this week. I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to start off by showing you a little film, and then we're going to have a little chat about what we can learn from that and how we can apply it to our lives at the moment. I'll see you in a bit.
Here's a story on how strange is life with its changes, and it happened not long ago. On a high mountain plain where the sagebrush arranges a playground south of the snow, lived a lamb with a coat of remarkable sheen. It would glint in the sunlight all sparkly and clean, such a source of great pride that it caused him to preen. And he'd break out in high step and dance. He would dance for his neighbors across the way. I must say that they found his dancing enhancing, for they'd also join in the play. Then one day, then a-bounding up the slope came a great American jackalope. This sage of the sage, this rare hair of hope, caused to pause and check out the lamb. Hey kid, why the mope?
Well, I used to be something all covered with fluff, and I'd dance in the sunlight and show off my stuff. Then they hauled me away in a manner quite rough and sheared me and dumped me back here in the buff. And if that's not enough, now my friends all laugh at me, 'cause they think I look ridiculous, funny, and pink.
Pink? Pink? Well, what's wrong with pink? Seems you've got a pink kink in your think. Does it matter what color? Well, that gets nope. Be it pink, purple, or heliotrope. Now, sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. When you find that you're down, well, just look around. You still got a body, good legs and fine feet. Get your head in the right place and hey, you're complete. Now, as for the dancing, you can do more. You can reach great heights. In fact, you can soar. You just get a leg up and you slap it on down, and you'll find you're up in what's called a bound. Bound, bound and rebound. Bound and you're up right next to the sky. And I think you can do it if you give it a try. First get a leg up, slap it on down. So every year, long about May, they'd load him up and they'd haul him away, and they'd shave him and dump him all naked and bare. He learned to live with it. He didn't care. He just bound, bound, bound and rebound. Now in this world of ups and downs, so nice to know there are jackalopes around.
So, why did I choose bounding as our Pixar short to learn a lesson from? You might think it has something to do with COVID haircuts. Haircuts like these. However, it's not to do with haircuts. Well, not bad haircuts anyway. You see, The lamb did have his fleece taken away, and that made him change his behaviour. He couldn't accept that it had happened to him until the jackrabbit came along and pointed out that actually, if he accepted the situation, he could continue to do lots of the things that he'd been done before. This led to the lamb changing his behaviour and dancing with joy again, which not only lifted the lamb's mood, but lifted those of the animals around him. Now, let's be honest, lockdown is really, really hard. We don't get to see our friends as much, we don't get to go out as much, and we don't even get to go to school. Now, last week, 2 weeks ago, I had a temperature, which meant I had to self-isolate indoors for 7 days. This filled me with dread because I love getting out running and cycling and walking the dog. And to be confined to the house even more than the government had asked me to originally I thought would be really difficult. But then I realised that actually I had something that I never usually have, and that was lots and lots of time. Time to do lots of things that I never had the chance to do. I really enjoyed the week that I spent in the house. I got to play football in the back garden with my son. I played board games with my daughter. I did loads and loads of things that my wife wanted me to do, such as painting and all those kind of things that I never normally have the time to do. And actually it made me feel really good. So what I'm challenging you to do is to use your time wisely. Can you go into the garden and do a keepy uppy record? Can you spend time practicing your instrument or reading more? Can you spend more time playing games with a younger brother or sister or helping mum and dad around the house? Now, lots of people have used their time amazingly during this crisis. We all know about the key workers who have gone out and supported the whole country with the work they've done in hospitals and the fire service and all those kind of things. But other individuals have been doing some amazing things with their time too. We think about Captain Tom, who raised over 20 million for NHS charities by walking around his garden 100 times. Geraint Thomas, the cyclist, cycled for 36 hours to raise money for the NHS in Wales. But lots of other people have been doing fabulous things as well. We've had thousands of children, I'm sure many of you have done this as well, draw rainbows and put them in the windows to show support for those key workers. And also people getting together and clapping and cheering and singing on a Thursday evening to again show support for those who are putting their lives at risk for the good of everyone. Now, I'm not expecting you to go out and raise millions and millions of pounds like Captain Tom, but you have to accept that we are all doing a very, very important job just by obeying the government guidance and staying in our houses. By doing that, we're protecting the NHS and looking after those around us. So there's a few things I'd like you to take away from this assembly. One, remember you can't change the situation we're in. We need to accept it and use our time as wisely as possible to do things that we enjoy. We need to be kind to others in our family as they might be going through difficult times. And we can only really control our own behaviour. That's all we can do. So let's make that the best it can be. So it would be such a great day when we get to welcome you back into school. I can't wait to open the gates and say good morning to you with Mrs. Jenkins as you all come back into school. But until that time, all I can ask you to do is stay safe and stay at home, protect the NHS and save lives. Take care everyone, and hopefully I'll speak to you again next week. Bye.